It's your boy Alfa Black
and MK.
Now tuned in to the City Knights Podcast. We're back to another episode of Trying to Not Get Canceled. Episode 2. No, seriously, Dave Chappelle, he's on SNL, so quick little rundown.
Oh, that's boss. Dave Chappelle's on SNL.
You feel me? You know, that's why we get the big bucks.
Yeah, man.
They were trying to, the transgender community were trying to shut him down, trying to boycott him, and SNL was like, it's Dave Chappelle, we're just going to run this. So apparently he spoke about Kyrie, he spoke about the Jewish community and all that, so let's just hear what he got to say.
Yeah, let you guys know, I ain't seen nothing, so we going to find out. See what happens here.
Thank you very much for being here. But before I start tonight, I just wanted to read a brief statement that I prepared. I denounce anti-Semitism in all its forms. And I stand with my friends in the Jewish community. And that, Kanye, is how you buy yourself some time.
Yo, we was going to really jump into a lot of the stuff that was going on with Kanye and the Jewish community and Kyrie.
I don't even think we need to anymore.
I ain't going to hold. I'm just letting the listeners know coming into this podcast, we know what the hell's going on, and we was going to try to just approach this just with a little bit of class. But I got to be honest with you, Dave just does. He just did what Dave Chappelle does.
Did what he had to do, man.
This is what Dave Chappelle does. And he's noticeably and, saying that he's getting sick of doing it. Because here we go. He got to get up there and he got to, make something that's very obvious, funny, just so that it can be digestible for the rest of, you know what I'm saying? And then it's just like, if we're actually on that type of time, then it's just like we're cynical. But it's just like there is some truth to cynicism, and two things can be true at once. What Kanye's saying about demonizing them and things of that nature isn't a good thing, but also black people ain't have shit to do with the fucking Holocaust. You know what I'm saying? And this is just Dave Chappelle at Apex Dave Chappelle-ness. Had to untuck the chain. #Shanana. Yo, we going off. We having a hell of a time. This is the City Knights Podcast, and this is episode 2. We just had to just set it off with Dave Chappelle.
100%. I feel like in that little segment right there, anything that we could have possibly come on this pod and really said about the situation, blah blah blah.
I got some shit to say.
I feel like he really got through it.
I got some
more
shit
in the sense of it's like, yeah, you know what it is.
We can do it, bro. We might as well.
I feel like there's a lot to say on it, right? But at the same time,
just be careful, nigga.
It's not even. I'm not famous.
Watch the step, nigga.
I'm not famous. I don't give a shit. But really, where I'm at with it is more like it's really a thing of like,
famous,
is there really a need to even talk? Is there really even a need to even talk about it?
Yes.
Well.
Yes,
it's more so. Are we the people who should be talking about it?
Who's to say? And also, I think that
not us as in me and you. I mean us as in I feel like it's a conversation.
I'm talking about me and you.
I feel like the only way that anything's gonna happen is a conversation that needs to be had.
Well, this is what we doing. City Knights Podcast, episode 2. NKHL, Alfa Black. We here to talk about the Jewish community, Kyrie Irving, Kanye West, Dave Chappelle's commentary. Here you go. You're hearing it first. And I just want to say this too. We might as well just delve into it, bro. Last week, you went and you had a job that you had to do. You're a PA, you do these gigs sometimes, and you actually had, a gig with, in the Hasidic community, and you got to just see things on the inside and learn things, and, you discover things, and, we had some talks, and there were some things that I discovered where I was just like, all right, I can see why this culture, these people, what it is they're doing, is trying to keep their culture preserved and so on and so forth, and kind of disseminating a lot of the myths, but also maybe even observing a couple of things that may make you go, wow. So this is in terms of like, I want to just address one thing you said when you just like, all right, a conversation needs to be had, and even who are we? And you was just like, not us, but I'm like us. But then I'm like, we got the platform. But this is kind of like what I'm saying. It's just like learning what we learned and learning what I learned from you being there. I was just like, all right, there are things that I'm willing to respect, even in my commentary, which I think is the basis and the point of what I'm trying to say. People need to have respect for themselves first, and they need to understand who they are and where they come from before they start trying to speak on somebody else. I think that's the answer, really, to like, who are we to talk on anything? Because who's anybody to talk on anything? You feel me? Like, let's get Jim Carrey on the line or some shit like that. Who's anybody to talk to anything? But I feel like as a very basic foundation, you should know who you are. You know, what's your place in history? What's your ancestry? You know, don't just shrug it off. Don't just be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? My ancestors had some niggas on the farm, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? That don't work. That don't work. I don't believe that shrouding yourself in wealth and dividing up a culture between orthodox and unorthodox, where both ends of the field got massive amounts of wealth and compared to the rest of the population, and we just have to deal with the blowback. I'm not saying that I agree with Kanye. I'm not gonna front and say that when he was talking, I was just like, all right, there's some things to be learned here, but in what he's previously said about Farrakhan, you know what I'm saying? When Farrakhan got up there and was just like, yo, we see how y'all treating Kanye. We see how y'all treating Ye. We don't like that. We don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like this how they did Jeffrey Dahmer when he got into the prison and he killed all them people in the LGBTQ community. You know what I'm saying? We don't like that.
The horn was not supposed to go off.
Yeah.
We
My
don't
fault.
like that until the horn was supposed to go off.
My fault. The horn wasn't supposed to go off. We got some gunshots though.
Because we exporting some videos right now. Whatever.
Fuck Jeffrey Dahmer. Hashtag Shanana.
Yeah.
Episode 2 City Nights Podcast.
See, I agree with you there. Really, my thing is more like I look at the community, right, and I'm like, all right, so it's segmented. There's this person's accepted, that person isn't accepted. There's a religious side, there's a non-religious side. New York, specifically in America, being like the most religious place you can. They're like super religious here. With stuff that I'm being told, literally by them, because I also have little questions. So the information I'm getting is coming from the Jewish community. So it's nothing where it's like, oh, I read this in a book and it came from somewhere.
But a specific sect of the Jewish community.
Well, kind of, because it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Which is where the confusion comes in. That's dead where because people say the Jews, and that's a fucked up thing to say.
But here's the thing, right? It's like saying the blacks.
Right.
Where there's so many different types of a black person.
UK.
But here's the difference, right? Like, I'm from England. I'm an English person. I'm born in England. I'm from England, but my family's Jamaican. My roots are Jamaican. My culture is Jamaican. I grew up in England. So like I know English things. I speak like an English person. I know how the English foods and all that, whatever kind of stuff, blah, blah. But like the more cultural side of me where I would think about my culture, my roots, it goes more towards Jamaica. Only in America do I really find people who want to put themselves...
One gunshot for Jamaica real quick.
Only in America do I really find, especially black people, who are so ready to tie themselves to like American history and American culture, when most of American history and American culture is enslavement and degrading black people.
Yeah. Like,
even when we look at like the wealthiest black people, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you look at America, you have 6.6 billion with Kanye's alleged wealth and all that when that happened. But when you look at a worldwide scale, the richest man on the face of the earth ever was black. He was an old king, and they tell him all them little stories that they have for, what we believe in Israel or whatever.
African kings.
Yeah, he's one of these dudes. He's the richest man in the history of like the entire ever, whatever. I remember reading this story a while ago. It was a black man.
Probably one of the Moors too. The Moors were like wealthy black people.
So I keep that in mind, and I also remember like once you go to like Somalia, you find it's a lot of black people trading black people into slavery, into piracy. Like there's a lot going on in every community when you skew the view.
I see.
The issue is that we're black in a white country. And if anything should be like a stark example of like what effect that has, you can look at the elections. Like 70% of black men and black women will go out to, and 70% of that vote will be towards one candidate. And if like 30% of the white vote is towards another candidate, that candidate's going to win. The white people, their candidate's going to win.
The black vote accounts for 16, 17%.
I'm pretty sure like every black person in this country wouldn't even come up to like 25%. And it's crazy to think about
25
that.
is more than what I thought it was.
We saw the chart at one point, and it said it was like 16 and 17.
Yeah, that's the last time I saw that shit.
I'm also accounting for the people who don't sign up.
Who
for
don't sign up
you
and
know
vote,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So
if we all actually went and voted.
If you know what I'm saying, if you're lucky to come
we make a straight quarter. That's how they treat us,
like,
black people.
Like,
they treat us like quarters.
Quarter of a person. Like that's the thing it was when the slavery or whatever. Like they brought it back. You know what I'm saying? But what my point being, like even in how the election systems are set up, even how like the systems for dividing money and all of that, like black people can't get money into their communities until that community is experiencing extreme like poverty, crime, and violence. Like we don't just get money into our rich communities.
I mean, come on now. Look how they do the hospitals. You gotta like come in with a foot sawed off.
You gotta be like half dead.
You know what I'm saying? You dead gotta be. You straight up gotta be dead.
Yo, they hand me up.
I'm so from New York. I was about to be like, yo, you dead gotta be dead.
They gotta be dead.
That's crazy.
Just
like,
bring you in like he dead. Like, oh, all right, we'll help him.
Yeah, here's his form. Fill this out.
But you know, my whole point with that, it goes back to why I was saying that I don't know if it's something that we should bother speaking on, is because I feel like it's something that they need to fix. And while they're in the process of figuring out what it is they need to fix, as long as we're living in a white country, which is what this is, we're gonna be living in a white country. That's just we can try and find ways around it. Gunshot for that, for the drops. You know what I'm saying? We can't be out here trying to live as if we're in the motherland and this country's ever going to be like, yeah, man, black people in America, let's go. Because it's never been that. Like, they came here and killed Indians.
I really want black people to just understand. Well, like, I want everybody, you feel me? Because I feel like we're going to have a wide audience for this podcast. But specifically for black people, I just need you guys to just understand, like, what it is that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have a dog in this fight. And the only dog we have in this fight is the same dog we had, for the last like 400 years. You know what I'm saying? Where it was just like,
we built this.
Exactly. And
which is the same. Funny enough, it's the same thing in England. Like the train stations and all that. It was the same. It was just a slave trade. Is how they did it. You know what I'm saying? But when you're in England, we're not over there. We're not over there trying to get the white systems to work for us. We're trying to get the systems that can. We have a lot of stuff that's like free healthcare and free schooling, and then we can build our stuff from there. We know
that's huge too. What you just said,
you know what I'm saying? But that is all implemented by us having parliaments and this, that, and the other, and things. There's a lot that went into play there, but it's a complete different style of how you built your country there, and we're a very small country compared to like here. I'm pretty sure you can fit a couple Englands and Texas alone. So your government's going to be different off the rip. But it was founded by whites. It was created for white people. It didn't matter if they were Jewish white people or regular white people or whatever. Like, I know Irish people use indentured servitude a lot, but like
it's all white supremacy.
Even like if you were an Irish white man and you could pass it an American accent, you could just pretend you were American and you'd be alright. You know what I'm saying? Like it was built for people of a certain look, and they get certain money getting into their communities. Like I was saying, if you're a black community, unless you're incredibly poor, they're not going to be, oh, let's go funnel our millions.
Bro, when it's incredibly poor, they're not going to the funnel. You gotta what I'm saying? When it's poor,
they buy it and just build new houses and kick everyone out.
They doing that right up the block.
They trying to do it up the block, and it's crazy.
Doing it right up the block. Got a condo right in the middle of Harlem, uptown.
So that's why that's where I come off of that. Where I'm saying I don't know if we're the ones to speak about it. I feel like there's still something for them to fix.
I will say this. I'll just leave this little piece of information for our listeners. You know what I'm saying? Episode 2 # #CityKnightsPodcast. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of information, just a little tiny bit of information. Here's the one thing that struck me the most with this Jewish thing that's going on right now. Here's one piece of information I feel like I share with y'all. the Orthodox Jewish community are very much against like talking out against like anti-Semitic accusations. It's very much embedded in their religion to not do that, at least on the Orthodox side.
Well, let's clear that up. It's not talking out against it entirely. It's the mediums in which you use it. There's a thing that they have that blocks like just regular internet use.
Gotcha. Yeah. I feel you on that.
So they don't. You're not supposed to be jumping on Twitter having arguments with people online because that's not.
So my question is like even with the ADL.
And that's why they rejected the payment.
And this is a public league. You feel me? It's a public organization, the Anti-Defamation League, right? So primarily against anti-Semitic libel, anything. They just take it down. Okay, so they rejected the money that was being offered to them because the CEO of the organization said that it is not a black man's fault for the things that Jewish people have experienced, and taking money from a black man doesn't really align with our beliefs. Mm-hmm. This is just an example of which is a
paraphrase, but not perfect exact quote. You know
we're not.
That's basically what it came out to, though. He was just like, "Yo, you be wild for that." Like,
yeah, so it's just like I'll leave it like this. I look at organizations like TMZ to where it's just like I'm not really gonna like try to walk on glass talking about TMZ. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no reason to say fuck them niggas, but fuck them niggas. Like I know that they don't got my best interest in heart at all. It's run by a Jewish man. Harvey is a Jewish man, and he has like the most nationally like recognized like propaganda show in the United States.
And I would have to assume that that's not like looked upon well, at least in the more religious sides of the community, for sure, because he's literally perpetuating like hate.
It goes directly.
They chase people in the streets,
and I'm not here. And I'm not here to.
I don't think that's what they want. You know what I'm saying? And with what I've experienced, that's not what I'm getting from it.
Yeah.
With what I've experienced, it's a lot more welcoming. It's a lot more brotherly. It's a lot more friendly. There's a lot of love in the community.
Yeah, there is.
What people like Harvey Weinstein and them guys are doing, I cannot at all. Like, with the people I've been around, I don't think they would meet someone like him and be like, yeah, he's a great man. Because what he is pushing is so against, like, just even their core values, like that idea of, like, we're going to take someone and exploit their fame, but we're going to exploit it in a way that's uncomfortable for them. We're going to, like, enter their lives. We're going to stand outside their houses. We're going to send like photos of them around with other people and let like
come on now.
Oh, they're cheating.
Like,
look, here's a scandal.
About,
like, I don't think that any rabbi is watching that and going, "Yep, that's the Jewish way." Like, I don't think that's the message that they want to send or even trying to send in any way. So.
And I'm not here to harp on TMZ or to, what I'm saying, but this is like I said, like I said, I don't, that's not what I'm here for, but it's just like, these are the things that I just like, people don't know. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you even sharing that, bro. It's just like I said, and I ain't gonna hold you. There's a lot of shit that MK is not saying, and there's a lot of shit that I'm not saying.
It's out of respect,
And it's out of respect.
Stuff
it's not
stuff you know that you're not supposed to like out
it's just
because you know it could cause a certain outlook, so you just don't say that stuff because it's just respect.
The conversations have to be had in a setting to where both parties can be understood, and I think once we have a little more understanding, we'll be able to like move past this whole situation.
And I feel like they got to figure some stuff out. Like, to me, once I started learning all of that stuff, it started to feel almost like if an Asian person wants to be speaking about black issues, and I'm like, all right, but we're gonna figure out our issues first, and then you can come like have a discourse with us,
Right.
Because we know that y'all had a different involvement in history and all that kind of stuff. We get that.
But the obvious issues is like when it adversely affects me, though. But that's where the issue comes in, I think, for a lot of black people, is just like, if it's adversely affecting me, if y'all figuring out y'all bullshit is creating new bullshit for me, now we fucked it. Now we got a problem. What? Now Kanye's up here losing $1.5 billion a day, going DEFCON 3 on the Jews.
But here's the thing: they're white in a white country. So like they're gonna get. That's how it's gonna be.
But hey,
if they go to, I promise you now, if they go to like the middle of Africa and they try and do the same deals that they're trying to do now, if we switched roles and they went to the middle of Africa to try and do the deals they're doing now, and a black man was next to him trying to do the same thing, they're gonna go with the Akon every time, because that's your home. You know what I'm saying? That's why I
Yeah.
be trying to tell people, like, it's important to take trips. And one of the most important trips we can take is going back somewhere where black people, going back somewhere where black people, all of us, are like the main, where we're not the minority. Like, you have to visit a place like that at least once. If you visit somewhere out there where black people are champion, or a lot of people doing something like we're not seen as, oh, he might be violent, or he might be this, or he might be
In
that.
these Eurocentric festive spaces.
You know what I'm saying? When you go to somewhere like that and you see how that does affect little things, it makes it a lot easier to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And then it's also like, okay, we can't expect the whole planet to be black. We can't expect everything. We can't. It's not gonna happen. We can't expect racism to go away.
See, I guess that's a whole nother topic for a whole
People
nother
gonna be
pod.
racist.
Because
So,
we can
like,
argue that the whole
we
world
gotta
is trying
find-
to be black in their own way. But
Nah,
I guess
nah.
that's like a whole nother, at least in the entertainment realm. You
No,
know
they're
what
just
I'm
trying to
saying?
make money. Because even if you look at the entertainment realm, I'm sorry, but
BBLs.
we be over here. So,
BBLs.
bro, did you not see what Taylor
and-
Swift just did as a skinny white girl with nothing on her body? 1 through 10.
Yeah, but we know why
Bro,
Taylor Swift.
she did like 7 Drake albums,
Bro.
in one album.
Taylor Swift is a white country singer.
That's white media.
And she's the perfect
That's-
scapegoat
that's
to do
white
everything
media.
with. And
And you know what they have in Asian media?
And Daniel
BTS.
Ek couldn't get her the fuck up out of there. And Kanye West couldn't get her the fuck up out of there.
Cause bro, Taylor Swift is one of many. You can go find, you can throw a stone in Kansas and find another Taylor Swift. We got Hannah Montana, legacy artist, whatever. Miley Cyrus, she's a whole legacy artist. We have bands like Slipknot who can go anywhere across the world. Like, bro, white media.
Yeah, but I'm literally talking about the beauty standards in the entertainment industry. I'm literally specifically talking about the beauty standards. And even this, can I throw something at your way? You know what I've noticed? Like the whole, how they have like, you know, like facial measurements, and that's like the thing now. Like they have like a facial, like a centimeter kind of like diagram of your face, and they'll be like, you're like, you know, nose got to be like this many inches, lips got to be this.
I remember at one point they said just look like a girl from Hunger Games.
I just thought it was so convenient. After we had all these fucking like beautiful black women with their fucking like just lips was just like nice, you feel me? Like all that shit, but now it's just like, wow. Every single person not of color is trying to like get that. Now having that is like a stigma. Now you want big lips, so we get the bow tie, but they can't be Jay-Z big. You feel me? You can't have a baboon flaps. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you can't say that after the
crazy.
Jay-Z big.
You know what I'm saying? You can't have a baboon flap. My fault, bring it back. You know what I'm saying? Like we edit that out.
Yo, we cut that out. Yo, Jay-Z, we fucking
Edit that out, son. You know what I'm saying?
We fucking the Illuminati. Yo, real quick though, I gotta say, this shit is delayed right now. Sorry, cause we exporting the video. That's what it is. It's better to do this shit. I'll do this shit later. But fucking, I'll say right now though, it's like even as we look at to that, and we look at the standards, and we're like, okay, they're trying to be more black now. No, they're not. Because if you look at like these K-pop stars and shit like that, they look like white girls. That's what they're trying to do. They're as skinny as possible. They get the thin nose. They get the eyes open up.
Yeah, now it is. That's what it evolved to. That's what it evolved when the industry.
It's been that, bro.
I'm talking from the perspective of like looking at the entertainment industry from
America.
Yeah, it's like,
and I'm telling you that from outside of America.
But American pop culture and American entertainment it's an entertainment that's arguably like the most like viewed in the world. Know what I'm saying? Well, can you tell me when you was in London, like you watched like 2 channels that had with like America had all the stuff that y'all was like trying.
We had like MTV and stuff, and we was getting the music late. So when we was in England, we had our music first. So I was getting your artists all like rolled together. You know what I'm saying?
But when the artists started rolling out, the ones that was coming out like Eve, even like Mary J. Blige and fucking
Eve 50 Cent,
like
Mary J.
These girls was coming up.
Think of it like the World Cup versus the Super Bowl. Like, think of it like that. The Super Bowl is a big event. Everyone in the world knows what the Super Bowl is. We don't know what it is, but everyone watches the World Cup.
Yeah.
There's people in India who have more views than like 5 of your biggest artists put together.
Absolutely.
that you don't know.
Soccer
you know what I'm
player,
saying? No, soccer players, like musicians.
I know there's a couple soccer players that'll just put the whole
100%.
industry to shame.
But there's musicians out there
Yeah.
who will put the entire top 10 of the American music industry to shame in terms of how many people are into their music right now.
Yeah.
Because we live in a different era. We live in an era where there's so much communication. You know what I'm saying? So we look at
Shout out Shakira.
You know what I mean? Shakira competes with Shakira. You know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Shakira can't
saying?
do nothing with her.
And her network is retardedly
Can Taylor Swift fuck with
big.
Shakira?
After that release, I would love to see it. I don't know. After that Lost release, it's pretty crazy. I've never seen numbers like that.
Asking if Taylor
1
Swift
through
can fuck
10?
with Shakira is crazy.
1
That's
through
how
10?
big Shakira is.
1 through 10 is wild. And then we have,
Yeah,
and then you got
we ain't never
groups
seen
like,
that before.
and then
Shout
you
out
got
Taylor
groups
Swift.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you got groups like BTS, where they're just
They wasn't
every-
going to bust no guns.
everything they drop.
They had to
is
take them back. They had to
ridiculous,
take
you
them
know
off
what I'm saying?
they had to take them off the roster quick.
Now that's not to dismantle and say that U.S. media is garbage or nothing like that. It's more a thing of like, bruh, this is still white media.
Yeah, no, of course.
know what I'm saying?
I'm literally coming from the perspective of kind of like a like
Black
a little
media-
semi black in a way, and also realistically, I'm saying like what I'm literally saying is like I saw what from my perspective, what I saw
The
is a lot
rise.
of black culture,
The
a
rise.
lot of white people
Yeah.
trying to be black, and then over the years, the idea that they were getting too black, so we got old girl cash me outside. You know what I'm saying? They too black now, so now we gotta turn them down. Now we gotta, but funny enough, we gotta turn them down just so they get old enough to get their skin bleached, so they can be just a little more black. You understand what I'm saying? It's like this reverse role, like kind of want to be some niggas, but we ain't some niggas. Like that's what I'm saying, bro.
Well,
like
see, but that's
worldwide,
because-
like,
that's
and
because-
shout out to all the artists worldwide. BTS, you feel me? Not going to the war because
Yeah.
they was too pretty and had too many bitches. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Too many hits. I get it, but. From me, what I've seen perpetuated just
Well,
from my it's just like a lot of black women and a lot of like multicultural like women, and it's just like always like somebody trying to find a black person to procreate with. You feel me? All these
Well,
like
that, bro,
you know
you
what
have
I'm
to
saying?
remember
Like,
that's just because hip hop music got popular so fast. Like it got popular so quick. These other genres are old, bro. Like country music is old. So is fucking.
we made country.
We influenced it.
We made country music.
We influenced
And we make okay, we want to Google it? I Google right now.
We influenced it. No, I'm
We
gonna
made
talk
rock
about-
and roll too.
I know we influenced those. Like I'm saying, like black people went and made those songs and everything like that, but white people put that out, and white people continue to make it from there. That's what I'm saying. You can influence something, but when it's out there and it's being sold in the record stores and you
Bro,
not
if a
have
bunch of
clothes
black
and
people meet
everything-
up in the shack and like start playing some
they
amazing music,
record-
and
and
some
they
white people
recorded
come
those
up
black people,
and
and
kill
then they
everybody
sold those
there, and then
things.
go to the next town and tell everybody about the amazing music they found when they murked them niggas and shit, I wouldn't call that advertising, bro.
that's not
advertising to me, bro. That's not advertising to me, bro.
It's a horrible circumstance, but there's many things that we enjoy in life that I promise you, the
You get what I'm
person who
saying,
says
though, right?
made
Like-
it did not make it.
Like, kill you and your hype man.
Hey, Einstein.
He go to the next city. Hey,
Einstein was out here.
those guys in the
everyone-
next town, the last town was great.
Listen, Einstein was out here, and everyone was fully convinced that Einstein did everything with his theory of relativity. And it turned out his wife actually wrapped all of that up, but they weren't allowed to do that because she was a woman. So they just didn't allow her into the schools or the education systems or anything like that. She's the one who wrapped that up. My point being, you can influence something and begin and create something, but my point here is that white people took that and developed it for way longer.
Yeah.
Way longer than we've taken rap and been developing rap, especially hip hop.
Yeah.
It's very recent. We're talking about something that started within like the last 100 years. You
And
know
what
I'm
you're
saying?
talking about with the white people, that's archaic.
That's
basically.
it's old though, but
Millennia.
it's what they did. It's like
Yeah.
we can't change those things. You know what I'm saying? But they took those things and they made it their own, and they had all their own people come in and make their own music, and they put their face on it.
Which
and
is funny
stamped
because
it.
they ain't fuck with because the white people was the most. I don't fuck with each other. It's
Ew,
people in the
straight up.
goddamn like.
Straight up.
They don't fuck with each other
Hard
body.
body, like
it's literally like y'all look up Baker's
it's
Rebellion,
funny, bro.
Like that's how the whole shit started,
It's
bro.
mad funny, honestly. It's mad funny. But the whole thing we get back to it. It's like with hip hop developing so fast and we're getting so much acclaim and we're going up so quickly. It's like, yeah, obviously we're gonna see the rewards of that come in the form of like, a lot of people trying to dress up like us and put a hats on, and they want to wear the chains and get the teeth and all. They don't want to
become
do
a billionaire. I tuck that shit in.
Yeah, because to them right now it looked like a get rich quick scheme. It looked like you can just rap a little bit, make money dumb fast because
that shit look good.
The
boy.
whole industry's boofing.
That shit look good.
And
boy.
for a lot of people, it is a get rich quick scheme. For a lot of people, it's the money.
Straight the fuck up.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of this industry is people washing money. It's a lot of people doing straight crime in front of your face. That's what it is, and that's why it looks so good. There's a lot. It's a very black space. So the people who would come in and be like, "Hey, you shouldn't do that, sir." They're not even over here. They're over there. You know what I'm saying?
No, Instagram, don't lose the screen.
It's throwing it away.
Oh nah, it didn't.
Nice. So yeah, what was that? What were you saying? We were just looking.
Frontier Airlines, they launched an all-you-can-fly annual pass for domestic travel at $599 a person, $599 a person.
$5.99, $5 or $599?
$599.
Okay.
Through Thursday, a limited number of passes will be available for $599. Ordinarily, the passes would cost $2,000 a year. Yo, I need to cop one of those. Frontier's not bad. Frontier's like up there with like Delta and
I don't know if I've ever flown Frontier. I probably have.
I've flown Frontier. I took Frontier back from Miami when I was out there for my birthday. I think we did United there and Frontier back. It's pretty cool, lady.
$5.99 for how many flights? What was it? $5.99.
They said it's an annual unlimited flights.
Unlimited flights.
Offering unlimited flights starting May 2nd.
For $600?
Wait, through Thursday?
Bro, that's going to destroy the planet. There's no
limited number. So I'm like, we got to get this now.
Because, bro, for $600, and I can just abscond every day.
Because they saying
I can just be like, shorty, I'll meet you back in New York. Beat you in Texas, girl.
Nah, yo, ain't none of these left. Ain't none of these left. Because they saying through Thursday. Yeah, nah, ain't none of these left.
Ain't none left?
It can't be. Because they're saying through Thursday. It's Thursday right now. Welcome to the podcast, City Nights Podcast, episode 2.
Woo!
We here.
What's up, y'all?
Full disclosure, this is a re-recording of this episode, but it's all good. We had a little thing with the audio, but we're professionals. I got a little, and we actually can add some more news, so we can go ahead and just like jump into it. Like
for the best, man.
The first
for the best. It's for the best.
And I actually skipped my first topic yesterday when we did it.
What was the first topic?
It was that's Ryan.
That's
hold on.
Ryan?
Yeah, I gotta get that. Hold on. So lettuce versus weed. What do we need
That's
more?
Where we started? All right, so this was funny because this started from a conversation we were having about taxes. We were talking about the tax laws that were going on in Chicago because I was telling Alfa pretty much when I was over there and I went and I got like a little eighth instead of it being, I think it was $60 in the store, but they wanted like twice that because of tax. So the $60.
We're like giving all the drug dealer like the weed drug rates. Like, yeah, we went in and got the eighth. Like you saw that commercial?
And the 8 for 60.
Yeah, the 8 for 60. Like,
what's that, Ryan? Ryan just pulled up.
You saw that commercial with a kid needed help with the fractions. He was just like, "Mommy, what's an eighth?" And the dad was just like $20 or something like that.
Yeah, so we paid 60 for the eighth.
What a generation we in.
We paid 60 for the eighth. We got that, and then basically when I was at the register, we realized that the tax was almost 50%, bro. Like I paid 60 plus another like $30 on top of that.
Yeah, no, that's taxing 50% on anything is crazy.
But that's pretty much. I was just saying that's pretty much cartel numbers. So then that go to the discussion of like is it because people really need the weed so the government's gonna do something to the weed and everything? And I was pretty much just like, bro, lettuce sells more than weed.
The people really needing the weed is crazy because we've been trying to say that from the beginning, and now.
It's never been that important.
And now we just getting to a point where they just like, oh, now everything's accepted and everything's cool, and we got like weed banners and branding, all this other stuff, like But I think
why they still have people in jail.
Well, I was gonna say something about that because I might be mistaken on this, but I thought I read something that said something about Biden like passing some type of legislation that was supposed to like get like a lot of.
Biden's been trying to do a lot of things.
I saw something that I would have to. I wish we had a screen, man. We're gonna get there. Matter of fact, no, I got Google. I can just look it up. But From what I saw, it looked like Biden passed some type of legislation that was going to free up to at least like 100,000 like low offending, like non-violent drug offenses.
That ain't even a drop in the bucket.
Like we're
talking about millions of people.
Well, it's about a couple 100,000.
No, I'm saying
in the prison system, it's about like
there's millions of people there's millions of people. There's more people in the prison system than there are populations in some countries.
I think
that's what's going on.
I think
in
it's
America.
like around. Like for black people, I think it's around like 700,000. I'm talking about specifically big for people in general, but for black people, I think it's around like 700,000. That I forgot what that book is. I'm not even trying to remember the name, but that law book. I think it was like 200 and something thousand, like in the 70s when the guy wrote the book. But yeah, it's a lot to be done. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot to take in for anybody who's been around from like the 90s and just seeing what that, or any that's my generation. Anybody from before that, you can imagine there. Anybody come from the 70s and 80s, them dealing with this shit.
I'm looking at this stat right now. It's basically saying as of 2016, there's
I said the S word too.
As of 2016, there's 2.3 million people incarcerated in the United States at a rate of 698 people per 10,000. And that's 2016.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, damn. It might be more than 700,000.
It's a lot more.
It might be more than 700,000.
And then you also got
for the brothers.
And then you also got to remember, there's a lot of people who ended up in that position. They got arrested and things like that. And then it was a small drug offense, but they wanted them to do more time. So they ramped it up. They started adding this and adding that. And you were part of this and you this and that. So now you got someone who really is in there for like a dime. But on his record, it said he in there for like mass murder of 14 people. Yeah. Turns out he never did anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens all the time.
What do you think? What do you think the prisoners would want? Lettuce or weed more? Like
weed for sure. They got lettuce.
That makes sense.
They got lettuce.
Imagine. But you could make a monopoly off of having like unlimited lettuce. Imagine if you was in prison.
Oh, they do. That's called farming, bro.
No, I'm saying like
you just make a little corner. You got some veggies.
Nah. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like if you could like just have it like a steady supply somehow. Unlimited.
I feel like for sure there's somebody in Rikers for sure that's got a corner with some like produce that he growing himself.
So like, all y'all niggas is making burgers with no lettuce on it.
I got tomatoes.
All you niggas is making plain burgers.
Plain.
And you gonna have to come talk to Junebug to get your lettuce. You know what I'm saying?
And you getting no discounts.
Ain't no more lettuce allowed neither.
No
like
price.
if you got lettuce on your burger, it ain't Junebug lettuce, then we got a problem.
You gotta get it out of here. You gotta pack it up.
Yo, so I found out that the MTA isn't a municipality, so which is a corporate. A municipality is a corporate entity that has its own governmental structure, but it's under another government. So, like, the police force is one of the oldest municipalities in America, and you would think something like the Metro Transit Authority would be one, but it's just a private corporation, which explains why it's so shitty. We've just figured it out. Capitalism at its best. Imagine a corporation that is in charge of literally all the trains going from Suffolk County to upstate to the metropolitan area, and that's literally what they're doing. Like, man, it's like, yo, it's make it a piece of shit.
That's basically a game.
You know what I'm saying? Get as much money. Let's hit everybody. Let's hit everybody. For $2.75, $3 a pop every day. It's brilliant.
You know what's funny?
It's a brilliant business plan.
You know what's
funny,
what I'm
though?
saying? They kept bringing up the price, and we're over here thinking like it's like taxes or something. Like our tax money should be helping this. It turns out that nah, it's just some guy who is him. He should be helping himself with this money. He ain't got nothing to do with us. He don't get about them taxes.
Man,
that 275 is all he's got. That's why they're trying to get you.
You guys may have noticed we have like a different kind of window setting. Well, I don't know. I think you have the. Is that what they're seeing? They're seeing the white screen with the boxes underneath.
Oh, that's for the interviews.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like, see, I like this. Like, we was talking. Shout out to Virgil Abloh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw a reel yesterday when he was just like, if you put like a can, like a damaged can, like next to, in an environment that looks messed up, it just looks like it's just there. But if you put it like propped up, like in a white room, all white walls, it kind of gives off like a different vibe. So I don't know. I like the contrast of this. As we develop the show, guys, we're going to be like doing different things, trying different things. So just bear with us for these first 2 episodes. But I like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
we a little interview screen.
And we upgraded like a lot. Shout out to the MK Select. My boy MK here holding it down. Like, yo, bro, you like, I wouldn't know if you would be like the protagonist hero, if you would be the nigga if you would be the person that's, yo, man, all right, I'm going to try to bite my tongue as much as possible. This is crazy, bro. If you would be the man that's actually, that's doing the hero, like the saving, or if you're the guy that's like sitting like in the like the back cave, like, yo, nah, go this way, go left. You know what I'm saying? Like, go up, go like, I feel like.
I'm for sure Zeto Kaiba if I had to pick a character. Like, I could be a good guy, but that's not my job or my intention.
Yeah,
it could just kind of happen if it happens. But I'm gonna spend the bag.
That's. But see, I think that's the beauty of your character though. It's just straight binary code. Like, it's just straight up this way, that way, and we getting it done. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I have a couple of other things I want to talk about. First of all, we talked about a couple of things. I had my song play at a strip club just the other day. Shout out to my boy DJ Flex One for inviting me out. Shout out to Dreams Gentlemen Club, Woodside. It was popping over there. And we what I want to talk about more than just like the fact that I actually went was what you're supposed to expect and what you're supposed to do in situations like that. A lot of artists, they feel like slighted and they feel like they've been undercut, and they feel like, and make no mistake, the industry isn't designed for us to flourish, and that's been like one of the main issues we've been dealing with. Like, artists are the most targeted market to scam
100%.
than like 100%. Elderly people. It used to be elderly people. Like, you're not hitting up Sally Mae no more trying to figure out how to get her to sign up for some life insurance that don't exist.
Specifically rappers.
You hitting up J-Rock. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You hitting up T-Money. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to get him to sign up for this thing.
And real quick, when you say this, it's also thinking like this is specifically rappers. Yeah. Like, I've personally been in other genres. I used to do rock. I've even done like R&B.
They're the most underrepresented.
I've done EDM. I've done all
they
of
talk
those
about
other genres. But rap,
shooting people in the head all day. Nobody want to represent these. You feel me?
It's not even that. It's an assumption of not being educated. Like, an issue that I ran into a lot, bro, is that my accent make people think that I'm like very educated. When especially over here, like I speak and it sounds like. People just assume I went to Oxford. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not saying I'm stupid, but they assume I went to like,
But that's because we're stupid.
Now,
it's Americans.
Now,
stupid.
What I've noticed is like when when I come into things with that, I'm met with people who want to like sit down and get information from me. Whereas on the other end, when I'm looking at other artists in these situations, people just start spewing what they think makes sense onto this artist. Mm-hmm. And now the artist is here basically dealing with the repercussions of all of that. Like, they're in this space where they're not sure what's going on, they're not sure who to talk to, and the person talking to them, giving them all the information, is not the person that they should be talking to at all.
Yeah.
At all. It just puts them in a crazy position.
But that's what happens when you have like a bunch of like degrees of separation with people, and it's a lot of that in this industry, especially on the underground. You have people who are like pretend they can get you to one place or pretend like they know, and some of it is people that's coming from a different era trying to self-impose rules that don't exist no more.
100%.
A couple people have not, evolved into the Web 2 era. We're developing Web 3 right now. Like, I don't know, it's a lot of that going on, but that kind of just comes with generations going forward. But as an artist, especially when you're like doing this like club play circuit, it's important to understand that first of all, you're supposed to be paid to be there. Like any other business that you do in America, you are never supposed to spend your own money. This applies with everything you do, even as an artist. Now, let's say in a situation ideally, right? Let's say, and I wouldn't even say ideally, let's say a situation may pop up and somebody may invite me to a club or whatever. If I'm like doing something specific, or I may just be up or just got it, I might just pull up and show love, you know, do the whole thing, do the whole dash, spend a little money at the bar, spend some money with the girls, you know what I'm saying, do something like that. I might do that, but part of my artistry is not part of my business is my art is my business. That means that plan doesn't fit for a business plan. That fits for a very specific thing that I'm doing, or it just means that I got it like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's like going out as yourself to go enjoy a good time with your mans, and going out as an artist are not the same thing.
Yeah,
and you have to treat it like that, because when you're out there, it's like they want everything in your pockets. Obviously, it's business. You know, it's not grimy, slimy, or hateful. We'll do another one. It's not grimy, slimy, or hateful, nothing like that. And a lot of the times, you know, it can start to feel like that. It can start to feel like they're just trying to run my pockets and just get to me and all that. But no, it's just business. Like everyone's trying to make money. And
it has to make sense. You feel me? Shout out to my boy DJ Grits. Yes, his name is actually DJ Grits. He premiered the song. It's called Find Out. I'm dropping it December 2nd on all platforms. It's streaming right now on SoundCloud. You can go check that out.
Yeah.
He aired that. We were celebrating my boy's birthday. That was the first episode, City Nights Podcast. Check that out, episode 1. But yeah, like he aired it in that club. And that's where I did like the premiere for it. We did it in Ludlow House. And then, you know, I got the invite to come here. They liked the song. So the DJ liked the song. We get there. They play the song. You know, they had to spin it back one time because the girls started dancing to it. And, you know, when the promoter came in, I let him know, like, yo, I just introduced myself because my first time meeting him in person. I was like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Because I already knew the DJ. And I was just like, yeah, you know, the song played. I hope you liked it or whatever. He was like, nah, he didn't know. The DJ spun it back. And then, like, 2 of the other DJs that was sitting in the back came over to where we was at. It was just like, yo, what the hell? And then, you know what I'm saying, shout out to, I don't even want to put her IG out. I ain't even going to do that. But shout out to one of the girls that pulled up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shorty that pulled up. She started dancing. I got some good footage, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it was bumping. Now, once all the girls started dancing, you know what I'm saying, what typically happens is that men come to the club and they want to spend money on these girls. They're going to, like, you know, tip the dancers. You know what I'm saying? If you're coming in, it has to make sense on a business like tip. You're coming in with people, preferably females. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got the dudes that's in there that want to spend money, not only on the girls that's in the club, but the girls you brought in, because they got to, like, you know, feel like they got to get that too. You know what I'm saying? So just more action is being incited by your presence, and then your song is coming on, and the girls are actually dancing. You actually being there, having that live presence of the girls doing the song, and they actually like it, and they're actually getting crazy to it. You know what I'm saying? Not doing like a full-on performer, but just, you know what I'm saying, touching the mic like you hear, or not even touching the mic at all, but you there, but you feel me? But niggas knows like, oh, that's him. That's the artist. It creates something for the club, and it's an old business. This is old game, and if you go to places like in the South or you go to places in the West Coast, this is typically how they do the business. In New York, it's horrible. It's, you know, it's just horrible. There's no other word for it. The way artists gets, you know, handled up here is crazy. Mm-hmm. There are certain places where they're trying and they're making attempts, but the most important part of that is to just know who you are as an artist and to understand the business. So shout out to my boy DJ Flex One. Shout out to Hollywood KG. You know what I'm saying? We was out there. I met another DJ, you know what I'm saying? And he worked at like Avalon, and he was going there next. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, yo, I know all the crazy music, and I don't know this joint. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, it's because only two DJs in the city got it. Now 3 got it. Yep. You feel me? You develop your relationships, and then you can set up situations for your people. Now you pulling up, you got a section for your people. They can sit down comfortably. They can drink comfortably. Your girls can drink. You know what I'm saying? Whatever money you throwing, it's the money the club, the promoters gave you because they supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't supposed to do that.
And everything is good and gravy.
That's why the artist always has the bag on them.
The club got more notoriety. They got you know this. Even if it's not a known artist, don't get dissuaded because you're not a boogie. If the song is hot and the girls is dancing to it, it's a very visceral environment, the strip club. It's like if the music is whack, then you're subject to like all the girls like going like, what is this?
Also, you know what I'm saying? Also, you gotta understand what you're doing it for. Like, you're not going to the strip club to walk out famous. Like, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
You're not gonna like go to the strip club and walk out like, all right, now I'm 50 Cent. No amount of anything you do is gonna make that happen. That's not what it's for. That's not what it's about. That's not how it operates. Really, you're getting this stuff for press. You're getting this stuff to link with DJs. You're getting this stuff so you can get local plays. You're getting this stuff so that people around your area and people who go to the club in the area can know you. That's
like
all. That's all it is. And if you remember that and you stick to that, you'll have a good time.
The same way you generate like an electronic press kit as an artist, when you go about, you got to generate relationships on the front end. And what I essentially am doing is I'm developing a network of like release DJs and release venues to where when I have a song, all I have to do is expedite it to the DJ. We can pull up and the situation is set. So with that being said, like just keep that in mind. I'm gonna like, be as we go along with the pod, I'm just gonna be telling about situations and just different things that I'm doing.
Have your press kit. Get your press kit.
Yeah, get your press kits, get your websites.
Get your
You know
website.
what I'm saying? Like get all that. It's a digital age, and like I said, we're gonna talk a little bit more about like Web3 and what that means. Shout outs to
and also, if you need a website made, you can always go to the mkselect.com.
Word. Shout out to like Organic Jam Sesh, Pink NYC, Find Your ID. These are all just like some organizations that we've partnered with DJ One Day Ryan. Really through his connections, because he's mixy in the industry like that. You know what I'm saying? And this is just what we do. This is the real life entourage. It's just some bros, you know what I'm saying, and some chaps.
Everybody
and we
got
here, you know what I'm saying? And we getting it done. So moving right along, Trump is running for re-election.
Which is crazy.
He just announced that he wants to kill any drug dealers.
Kill them all. That's
at
what
all,
he's
which
at
I
with
think
it.
is crazy.
That
He says
that is wild.
he
Kill
says
the drug dealers.
every
is
drug
crazy.
dealer has an average of 500 bodies. Now, I'm not gonna say anything that's going to incriminate myself on this podcast. All I'm gonna say is I know a lot of like good dudes that sell weed, bro. I'm sorry, I know a lot of good dudes.
They got at least 3, bro. I'm sorry.
That sell weed. I got a dude that sometime pull up in a little black SUV. You feel me? Like, and you feel me? We be get, but
he got at least 3 on him.
It always look like it's going down, but he always chilling. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got everybody got no 500 bodies. B.
According to these guys, no, he got a cold 3 when he was chilling with you. Like it was up.
I ain't gonna hold you. We have a drug dealer named Stay Connected.
And this nigga connected.
I'm not gonna hold you. We met him at Stay Connected. To this day, his name is we know like Stay Connected is what we like. Even his nickname ain't his real name. His nickname is Art. Yeah. Nobody's gonna find him.
No one knows his name.
With everything that we're saying on the pod, nobody's gonna find him.
We can tell you all his business.
You can Google Stay Connected or you can Google Art. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna find this man.
This man is Batman. Good luck.
You're not gonna find this man. And he ain't got 500 bodies, B. You know what I'm saying?
Got a cold 5.
Got a cold 3, 4, maybe.
Got 750 bodies in Harlem.
Make sure we air that joint that I said like that.
Yo, 500 is crazy.
Yeah, nah. Trump is tripping on that.
500 is crazy.
Which is kind of crazy because I'm not like super.
And speaking of 500 buddies, speaking of 500 buddies,
yeah, that's crazy.
The Blueface situation, the whole thing with Blueface.
Oh yeah.
So apparently he's out. Well, so yesterday, Blueface. The news came out. Well, yesterday to when we're recording this. The news came out that Blueface had gotten arrested. And everybody was sort of just like, what happened? Only for us to find out that he got arrested for shooting at some like truck. Mm-hmm. See right here? Judge sentencing him.
Supporting him in the courtroom today, including, I've been told, a fiance and some friends and some business associates.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you. I am going to set bail in this case based on the nature of the charges. The allegations are quite serious and could have been much worse. $50,000 is a reasonable amount of bail. Bail will be set in the amount of $50,000 cash or surety. Likely that Mr. Porter is going to make that bail amount. Upon his release, he is ordered to comply with standard conditions of release. He's ordered to stay away from and have no contact with Cantabia's trailer, the alleged victim of this case. Obviously, that shouldn't be a problem. Mr. Porter, you're advised, and you will be advised in writing, that if you violate that order through any means, including third party.
Yeah, we can pause. So my issue with this is that there's the video right there.
This the video what actually happened.
So my issue with this is this: like before we even play the video, just a little context. They got him in there on attempted murder, right? So there's no way to really read in between the lines in that, but that's what they're charging him with. The thing is, if you watch the video, because even like yesterday when I saw it, and we're gonna play it for you here, but like it's the guy that's driving the truck. You can go ahead and play. Like the guy that's driving the truck, it looked like he was trying to hit some people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he was definitely trying to hit some
And it
people.
looked like Blueface was trying to like
He was definitely trying to hit
shoot the
people.
guy that was driving who almost hit the people. So that's Blueface walking away in the hoodie.
See, I think it's him right here. You know what I'm saying?
My boy right there just smoking a blunt, trying to chill.
Chilling,
Like,
minding his business.
just trying to chill. Like,
I'm surprised that, it felt like, honestly, them even getting money out of
he
him for
flexing.
this.
He like, man, I'm out here, I'm chilling.
Them even
chilling.
getting money out of Blueface for this just feels like extortion.
High as hell.
This is crazy.
And you look up and you see this. Like, yo, fam. Hey, look at a call.
BS?
Yo, fam. Yeah, that wasn't for us. He not gonna. And that was a girl too. That was a woman. So like they pointed to
Oh, that's Christine right there.
they pointed to the arrow. Yeah.
That's Christine right there.
So they pointed to the arrow. The arrow pointed to like the gunshot or whatever. But like that's where he let the shot off.
Well, I'm gonna let it roll one more time. Let it roll one more time. So anyone kind of missed it, you know what I'm saying? I'll try to see something real quick. Cause I thought Christine was over here. Okay, yeah, Christine was over here. Was dude trying to run her over?
Yeah.
I think dude was trying to run over Christine. Cause she's right there. Yeah, bro, he trying to run over Christine, bro. They try to run over his shorty in front of him. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
So
nah, you can't. That's come on. Son.
he's out. I'm happy about that. And of course, I don't know.
Christine's already wildin'.
Yeah, Rock, she out here. Yo.
She's on the grab go crazy with it. She's on the grab go crazy.
I mean, Ride or Die says it. 3 neck tattoos said. I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
it's
The fact that she ain't married to this dude yet is kind of confusing.
if you're gonna go to jail, if you're gonna go to prison, and you're not sure if your lady's gonna like be faithful, her having 3 neck tattoos is a good like.
it's a good sign. Like,
even if she decide to go do something,
she don't have the choice.
like she gonna have to put a paper bag over her head or something,
You
or they
know what
gonna
I'm
be
saying?
looking at me the whole time,
Like,
which is
yo.
crazy. You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
yo.
So like, yeah, he made bail. So you know, shout out to him and shout outs to him because this is bogus. That looks like a bogus charge.
That's what I'm saying. It
That
looks like
looks
extortion, bro. It looks like they just want to get
Yeah,
some money out
like
of him.
it's a high profile dude, and,
I'm like,
and,
how you gonna? They tried to run over your girl in front of you.
Las Vegas is a stand your ground state, which is where that happened. So he was able to legally
Attempted
murder.
Attempted murder.
I'm not gonna act like I know all the permits that Blueface actually holds, but Las Vegas
But
is a stand your ground state.
But he ain't get caught on no gun charge. You got caught on attempted murder, as if he wasn't in the.
Yeah, true.
As if he wasn't about to get
There was
murdered
no
by a car. You
Right.
know, like
right.
like yo, be acting like the car ain't a weapon. That's a weapon. You can't just be driving it, especially like, come on, you with your shorty outside with your mans, and here comes dude trying to just run you. Come on,
Yeah, man.
it's out
Yo,
of pocket.
this is some joint. I made for anybody that likes anime. This is called like Bluebird. I took the sample and I made like a little club beat. You can check it out. It's on SoundCloud. And yeah, bro, like I don't know, man. Rod, how you doing, man? Like, because Rod came in, you over back there chilling.
He back here eating. You know what I'm saying?
All right, bet. So we gonna just roll this out. I'm gonna play this joint. And yeah, we'll probably like come back in. We'll see.
Just pause it. I'll cut. Yeah, we pretty much get used to the setup because we're doing a multi-channel now, so we don't run into these issues no more.
And we own all the music. So we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
City Nights Podcast.
Woo!
Shout outs to DJ Grits holding it down every week. Dumbo. DJ Flex Raw holding it down in Dreams. Holding it down in Rosedale. Who the hell's in Rosedale?
Ain't nobody in Rosedale.
I heard there's some joints out there. I ain't gonna hold you.
Real ones.
Hey, it's only gonna get better and better.
That's right. That's right. Every episode is going up. Every week. Twice.
Queen.
And there's no rules. We dropping this when we feel like it, but it's Tuesday and Mondays. Thursdays and Mondays. Thursdays and Mondays.
All right, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all tune in next week. City Nights Podcast. We're going to upload an episode every
Monday and Tuesday.
every Monday and Thursday. Yo, I was about to say
We gotta
like
get
two
it done.
crazy
Monday
ass
and
days.
Tuesday's wild. Monday and Thursday give us just enough time.
Make sure
Just
you
enough time.
guys follow us on Instagram, City Nights
Like and
Podcast.
subscribe. Like and
subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And
Also, join the Twitch chat. We can see you. Join the Twitch chat.
yeah,
We
for
can
sure,
see
for
you
sure.
right here.
Talk to us. Let us know what's going on, where you're from. We'll shout you
We
out.
can see you in the Twitch chat. Follow City Nights Podcast on Twitch, you know.
Yes, sir.
Because we live right now. You can get this unedited and raw if you join us on Twitch.
All right, y'all. So
You know what I'm saying?
we will see you guys next week. Peace.